Alright, hey guys, welcome back to our farm here in Kandelin in Farming Simulator 22. Now, if you saw last episode, you know where we're at. We are in the middle of a soybean contract in that field down south, harvesting that. When I suddenly remembered that this was last episode, I suddenly remembered that we still have to fertilize our wheat field. And that was quite the adventure last episode. If you didn't see that, go check it out. We had quite the adventure there. Had to make an impromptu tractor purchase, all kinds of things happened, but we got our wheat field fertilized. Now it's time to get back to our soybean contract because this, I believe, is the last day of the month, and we've got to finish that up so we can get paid. So let's get this part. We got some equipment and things to sort out later. That was a bit of a mess as I try to get this done before the end of the day, and there was just so many things in the way of that fertilizing job. Yeah, and this is a tractor we didn't have previously. Again, if you saw last episode, then you will know why we're driving this tractor. Hopefully, this tractor will be useful for us. It sure has been so far. So for right now, we have got the evening hours to go finish harvesting. And not only that, we have got to find our way through several miles of twisty German back roads to find some town whose name I probably can't pronounce and deliver the soybeans. So that's going to be fun. And we are down here at the farm, or sorry, our harvest, where we're harvesting at. And it looks like we're kind of really set to go on our first run delivering these soybeans. I haven't been there yet. Let's have a look at how much we've harvested. All right, so we're down here, and let's see. So we've still got quite a ways to go and not much time in the day left to do it. Not only that, but it's supposed to rain here in a couple of hours, so we're really pressed for time. The more I think about it, it's supposed to start raining at 2000 hours, 8 o'clock tonight. It's supposed to start raining. We've only got a couple hours to finish this up, and come hell or high water, we will finish it. Now, where we're delivering this is 2 towns over. Yeah, over here. So when I said back roads and let's not get lost, yeah, it's precisely what we're trying to do. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We need, that's not even a road there. That is negatory. That is not a road there. We've got to go up to the bottom of this field here and take that road. All right, well, let's get going. We don't have time to mess around in that. And yeah, I know that was kind of important because that's where we're going. But, you know, we're just going to kind of have to figure it out. We're going to kind of have to figure it out. We're going to have to stop and ask for directions if we have to. And we might even have to, I don't know, we got very little time to work with. So, thanks so much for joining us here in this episode, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 subscribers right now. I really think the channel is definitely got, you know, this is definitely a 1,000+ subscriber channel. So let's try to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you're watching this, just go ahead and click that button, and it helps out so immensely, more than you know. Once we get 1,000 subscribers, I can unlock some more features that I really need to get to on this channel, just the way YouTube is now. So anyway, thanks a lot for subscribing, and hope you enjoy this episode. All right, so I kind of know where we're going a little bit. You know, let's hope we don't have to stop and ask for directions. At the same time, though, I like to do things myself. If you guys watch my videos here, if you watch me farming here, then you know I like to do things myself. So, well, last episode we fertilized that entire field. No GPS, just using a compass. Well, that's just yeah, good farming sense. All right, so we got our New Holland tractor, and we're going to turn right here. Now, once we get to the town we're going to, I'm going to have to consult the map because it's a town, and I don't know where the building is. And the name of the place we're going is in German, and I don't speak German. So we're going to have to consult the map when we get there. But I can get us there. So let's enjoy this beautiful drive this evening. Now, I might have to mess with the time scale. Don't fault me if I have to do that, but we were pressed for time anyway. That was before I remembered that we had to fertilize that field, and definitely before I saw rain forecast for tonight. That totally changes the dynamics of things because we cannot harvest in the mud. I want to get paid for this job. Now, that said, if the worst happens, the upshot is it's our harvester. You know, it's not like it's rental equipment. So, I mean, there is that upshot. if the worst happens and we get stuck in the mud, at least it's our equipment. I like using my own equipment for contracts like we're doing here. However, it's not our field. I don't imagine Klaus or Hans or whatever his name is would be too happy about getting our tractor stuck in his field. Let's see. I know that the road we're on, this is a long road. This is a big field here. This is the big field, and this is the pointy road that goes south of it. And there will be a town, and it's not that town, but it's the next town. That's about the extent of how much I know regarding where we're going. I'm not kidding you. I don't think that's a road. And from what I could surmise, this is the most direct way to there. However, as our time lengthens here around the area of Kandelin, and by the way, the link to this map is in the description of this video. It's a great map. As we spend more time here, we'll come to learn the area better. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that, learning the area better and what goes where. I've driven to this town once before, and I know that the town is far enough that right when you think you're almost there, you're not. You gotta drive. You gotta think you're almost there, and then go a little farther, and then you'll be there. And if we were to stop and ask a farmer for directions, that's probably what he'd tell us too. Go until you see a turn, and then just keep going because you're not there yet. It's the kind of directions that you get if you ask around here. Of course, on top of that, the fact I don't speak German makes it a little hard to ask for directions. People around here do seem pretty nice, though. So, I think we want to keep to the left up here. I don't want to get us messed up and lost. I didn't see how long the rain is supposed to last. When it rains later tonight, I didn't see... there's no harm in checking the forecast, but I'm really a kind of do-it-myself kind of guy, and I really think we can get this done. And no, this is not the typical male refusing to ask for directions. Of course, no, definitely not. I'm pretty sure I do actually got this. What is that road? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I do got this. We don't have to ask for directions. There should be a town up here, kind of on the right. And we're going to want to head to the next town. Now, once we get the grain delivered, it'll be victory, and we'll know where we're going. Okay, look at this. So here's the main road, and there'll be a bunch of signs I can't read. That's okay, though. We're going to one of those two towns. Oh, watch out, car. He stopped for us? Yeah, he stopped for us. All right, good. Let's get a better view here. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I am glad I got the bigger tippers. A couple episodes ago, I realized the tippers we had were simply inadequate in size. It's a good thing we got the larger capacity tippers because, yeah, that means fewer trips, of course. And I know they're not filled completely to capacity. Rest assured, they will be next time. I think we're gonna. I'm not sure I'm gonna make this by 8 o'clock. All right. Oof. What do you guys think? Which road looks more like the main road? I got someone honking at me. I'm taking this fork. I'm calling it. It's this way. Well, we're headed west, east. We're headed east, and that's kind of the direction we need to go, so we'll make it. We'll make it. Let's get through this town here. Oh, well, we're going to turn left. Yeah, follow the yellow sign to Bisdorf. That's where we're going. I'm going to say, I know we had to go kind of north a little bit. We had to go kind of northeast, and that sign just confirmed it. Now, we're going somewhere on the southeast edge of town. I'm going to have to pull up the map for that. So priorities are going to be, see, priority is definitely getting the crop off the field before it rains, because now we're, rain time is encroaching. Once we get to town here, I'll check the weather forecast. And wow, this area is big, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And this is actually the area of, I can't pronounce, apologize for that. It's in the description of the video, the name of this region. This is it, 1-to-1 scale. It's a beautiful, very big area. Great place to farm. Great place to farm. Once we get up here to Bisdorf, that's what I'm calling it. That's what it looked like to me. Once we get up there, I will pull up the weather forecast and we'll see. But anyway, the first priority is definitely going to be getting the crops off the field and into the tippers. I can drive in the rain just fine, but harvesting in the rain is a no-go. Maybe for like maximum like 20 minutes, maybe, until the crop and the ground gets wet. I mean, like, it's going to be so close to the wire that I'm actually going to say maybe we can push into it for about 20 minutes. All right, Bisdorf. And here we're going to have to pull over. And we got some cars behind us. I can see them back there. But we're going to have to ask for some directions. If I can find a wide spot on the road or something, we're going to have to find some place to stop. We got some pedestrians here. Maybe one of them knows. All right. I'm going to hop out and ask one of these people. All right. I think I know where we're going. We're kind of going to go to the end of the town. We're going to go to the east of the town, and we're going to hang a right. He said hang a right. I think, again, my German is practically non-existent, but we're going to hang a right and kind of go around that, and it should be on our right as we come back around the edge of town. We're going to see if I can figure out what he meant. He mentioned a couple landmarks, and I'll see if I can spot those. Now, I also had a look at the weather forecast, and we will be good on that. It's only supposed to rain for an hour. So, if we can time our, when we're driving and when we're harvesting and such, we should be good. Like if I can time it so that it's raining when we're running. No, because the ground will be wet afterwards. Well, I'll work around it somehow. All right. Hopefully I didn't pass the turn yet. Yeah, I should have been kind of looking over there. Hopefully I didn't pass the turn, and I think I did. I didn't see a right-hand turn. I was probably talking over it. Yeah, I think I was. All right, no worries. At least now I know what the edge of town looks like. I mean, right? So there is that. We're going to have to turn around. Luckily, this guy's field here is empty. We got to get off of that road. All right. Let's keep an eye out for a left-hand turn, and it should curve around to the right. But first, let's see here. Boy, it's just one adventure after another. Well, I'm new to the area, and I think we looked down there already. That's just the driveway. Yeah, I think I must have missed it back here. That's just the driveway. I got a crosswalk up here. Maybe it's... no, it's just the driveway. Look out, peoples. Boy, this should really be... seriously be... Was that it, do you think? I'm going to look for anywhere that I can turn left. There was a dirt road that went back there somewhere. Let's turn left here. Now, the place we're going, it's called... Oof. Boy, that's asking a lot of me. Oh, I can't read any of these signs. Oh, there's an elevator up ahead of us. There's one thing for sure. Once we find this place, I will for sure remember where it's at. It will be burned into my brain once we find it. No chance of forgetting it ever. Oh, we got a couple of things here. Let's have a look. Let's keep going. All right, I think where we're going is in here. I had to turn around. There's actually a road on the map. It looks like there is behind me, but there's not a road there. I had to turn around again. It kind of... There's a lot. On this map, there's a lot of icons, and it's kind of hard to see the town for all the icons, in truth. I think where we're going is up here. Yeah, the best I can tell from the directions I was given and where we're going and what's the sign that I saw, it's here. So let's put our new tippers to work and let's pray that this is it. Oh, and that is tipping to the left. Yeah, of course. Well, we're good. Yeah, oh yeah, we're good. Okay, we are good. All right, guys, that was it. Whew, that was the right place. Oh, rest assured, I will never forget where this place is for as long as I live. That was what it is. All right. So, besides having to stop to ask for directions once and getting turned around, not bad. Now, let's get back to the field. Now that I know exactly where we're at. You know, there's one thing about this, you know, you never know where you are as good as you do when you get lost trying to get there. You know what I mean? I promise you, I know where I'm at now. After getting lost here, you bet. All right. It's not too hard to find. It's really not. This right turn here at the, what's that say? Sternback something? I don't have time to read signs. We got to navigate traffic and avoid pedestrians. We got to get back south of Kandelin. Just got to remember all the forks that we took to get here, you know. What an adventure this ended up being. Oh, this is a good tractor. This is a good tractor. I mean, not only is it just a darn handsome tractor, but it served us well in this journey. I mean, it drives well on the road. We got good visibility with the mirrors. We got good, it's a comfortable tractor, and it drives really well on the road. And it pulled all of that. Like that must have been like 20 tons of grain, and it pulled it fine. I didn't have any issues. It was maneuverable on the streets. Now, this is a good tractor. This goes in my Tractor Hall of Fame right here. So keep our eyes peeled for the next town. So that was Bisdorf. That's easy enough to pronounce. I'm sure I got that kind of wrong, but American pronunciation, that's good for me. Now, what is this town up here? I don't know. It probably won't be as easy. All right, so up here we're coming to the next town, I'm guessing. Yeah, this area around Kandelin, you know, it's big enough that kind of right when you think you should be getting somewhere, it's going to be a little longer. So, whatever that turn is, we're not taking it. That goes to Kandelin. All right, we are going to turn. This is where we turned left. Yeah, we're following the sign to. Well, we're following this sign. Here, yeah, this is it. This is the other town. What's it called? Zarnowans. That almost kind of sounds Polish. There's a place where we're gonna. There's the other fork that we took. We're gonna. I'll see where that's at up here. Just trying to, you know, backtrack mentally the forks that we took to get there. And there is nothing like the feeling of accomplishment when you learn it yourself without the map, you know. I didn't see that other fork that we took. I know we got to look for it on the way there, but it wasn't an issue on the way back unless I passed it somewhere else. Now the question is, where did we turn here? I think it was here. The road we took here was like about the southernmost road that we could take here. So, yeah, this looks like it. What's this called? I don't know. I'm not gonna. We got to get back to the field. So I had to look at the weather forecast, and it's gonna rain. Yeah, at 8 o'clock, but only for like an hour. So yeah, this is the road we were on. We got 2.5 hours before it rains. It's so important I get all the soybeans off that field that I can before such time. After it rains, it's really kind of still going to be a no-go because the ground's going to be wet. So what we can do is we can, if this arises, we can push it about 20 minutes or so into the rain. Actually, no, we can't because we're harvesting. The game mechanics will shut us down before then. Yeah, I forgot about that. What I was thinking of, we're going to have about 20 or so minutes before our tires start really sinking into the mud. But yeah, the game will have stopped us before then. This is like one of the coolest places to farm, like, ever. Few places more immersive than this, really. If you like getting lost in the country, really huge several hundred acre fields and signs that you can't read because they're in another language, which, yes, I like all these things, then yes, it's a great place to farm. All right, we really need to haul some ass here. That road's nothing. Yeah, we need to stick to the south edge of this field here. We are going up to, we'll see some buildings. Well, it's a no-brainer where we got to turn because there'll be a dirt road on our left and, yeah, a barn on our right and a huge windmill. So I don't think there's any roads south of this one. I've had one little drive through the countryside here, and if memory serves, and that's why I came directly to this road. I didn't want to waste time looking for one elsewhere. It looks like, if you look at the map, it looks like there's roads south of here. But unless you want to go, see that big forest down there? Unless you want to go through that, and trust me, you don't. There's no other way to get to Bisdorf. I could pronounce, kind of, Kandelin and Bisdorf. The other town, we're just going to call it Zarnawag or something. It was something like that. So I'll just make anything that starts with a Z is what I'll mean. I'll mean that town. All right, here's our dirt road, and soybean field is dead ahead. Now let's see here. Let's plan for success. I'm going to get this. Should I get this parked out in the field, or should we leave it here on the road? It's important that we have as little, transit time as possible. I'm going to leave it here by the road, and yeah, it'll be fine here on the road once we get up here. Boy, that's some drive, huh? I'm looking forward to seeing what the time will actually be once next time we'll know where we're going. But yeah, that's some drive. And I know I said it before. I like doing contracts where I like doing contract work. It's fun, and it's really, I think it's about 10 times more fun when it's your own equipment. Because I'm coming back here, and this is our tractor, and that's our harvester up there. I feel like, I don't know, which is kind of like a thing. I like it. I feel, guess, after this whole trip and this whole ordeal, I feel like I've bonded a bit with the machine. I'm glad to know that it's ours. All right. Let's get in here. Oh, I didn't turn the beacon off. I was like, what's that flashing red light? There we go. All right. We have got, whoops, some harvesting to do. Oh yeah, that was totally wrong button. All right. We're going to have to hit on some lights here. And we're going to have to get harvesting. So we got 2 hours and change to get this done. I'm not going to be worried so much about running. I'm really not. It's funny because what I was going to say is, you see, a lot of times I like to run nice, perfectly clean, straight lines on fixed compass bearings because it just looks nice. It just looks neat and tidy, and it does, seem easier, but now actually being pressed for time, I think it's actually faster to not sit here and try to steer to direct compass bearings and et cetera. I think it's actually going to be faster when it comes down to it. I think it's going to be faster just to forget the cruise control, forget the GPS, and use what we got in front of us. Although, that said, this is a really straight run, so I am going to click on the cruise control. Well, I said that, and then I pull up to this, I pull up to this kilometer-long stretch, and it's like, okay, maybe I'll use the cruise control for a minute, because, come on. Wow, that is a lot. You think we can harvest that in 2 hours? See, the game won't let us when it's raining. It will let us afterward, of course. But afterward, we're going to have, I don't know, how muddy can a field really get in an hour, do you think? I guess we'll find out. Or heck, maybe we can get it done and we won't have to find out. Now, so that was a pretty long run to the store. I'm trying to think of, there's like, how long was that? You know, I should have paid more attention. I think that might have been about a 10-minute drive back in game time, because I think I remember saying we had 2.5 hours left, and then when we got back we had 2 hours and 20 minutes left. So I'm thinking that was about a 10-minute drive. All right, so we're about at the end of this row, about a third of a hopper once we get to the end of this, which is really inconvenient because that's gonna put us, well, what we'll do is I'll just unload the hopper when we get back there, because if we run all the way down, all the way back, we'll have 2/3 of a hopper. We won't be able to make it down and back again. So going back the other way, it's as quick as I could turn it around. I got all silent for a second. I was trying to get it turned around as fast as I could. I might want to carve us out some more headland down there to turn around. I didn't want to press the time like this on the fertilizing, on the harvesting, but if you saw the last episode, then I found it at the time more pressing to get the fertilizing done on our field first, because it was going to be hard to see where we had and hadn't been with the fertilizer, because the crop was already growing, and I was afraid if we waited too long, the long shadows of evening might make it harder to see where we were going. Of course, that put us in this position where now we are just crunched to get this done, period, and the rain is not making that any easier for sure. But wow, that's like picture worthy right there. How close are we to the... Oh, we're coming up there. I think I'll cut around to the north of these trees, and I want to work my way back to the tippers, you know, as effectively as possible. Bigger header is definitely on our list. This harvester can handle, definitely, this is a 7.5 meter header. Our harvester can definitely handle a 9 meter header, because I have run a 9 meter header before on this model. I think it could even push a 12 meter header, but that's just kind of guesswork from other harvesters that I've driven. Let's go ahead and get this here as quick as we can on the way back to the tractor. Make a little more room here. I love big fields, and that cornfield over there, I'll tell you, I like hiring out, doing contracts. I like seeing different parts of the area, and as you guys have seen, this is a pretty big area. Doing contract work, we get to see different parts, of the area, different towns, different fields, different situation every time, and I think it's a really great way to farm. Some of you guys, tell me what you guys think. I'm kind of aching to do that cornfield over there. That cornfield will be ready to harvest next month. Now, that cornfield is 3 times the size of this field here. So, but I think that might be just enough of a challenge that I would be down to try it. We still got plenty of room in the hopper. I want to get this empty so we can keep moving, because we don't have enough room to make it there and back again. But we can cut some more crop on the way there. So let's do so. And come on, brakes. There we go. Now I want to keep this moving in the most direct way possible, because time crunch and all. So we are going to continue heading north, and then take this corner up here, and then we'll probably come back around the way we came from. Do like a little loop here, and let's not hit the tree. But we got a lot of work to get done. Don't you love it when you're in a hurry and your top speed is 6 miles an hour? Wow, that's a heck of a cornfield. So our tippers over there will hold about 4 full hoppers from this machine. Of course, what we put in it, granted, was not, that's no way to measure, because we're just offloading every time we get near the truck. So really, this is all, you know, your guess is as good as mine. How much visibility do we have here? We can see well enough, but I want to really make sure that I can get everything. Don't have time to mess about on this field. So it's been, I believe, about half an hour since we got, yeah, it's been half an hour since we got back from our little excursion there. Covered a decent amount of ground. It's hard for me to look around and really see what we got done because I am on the steering wheel here constantly. But look over there and tell me what you think. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm really watching where I'm going here. I got my hands on the steering wheel. That's what we got done in half an hour. Well, okay, actually, really not, just one row up there, and then what we're doing here. Yeah, it's really anyone's call. I'm just noticing that it's about, yeah, 10 after 6. And that gives us, you know, about an hour, well, technically an hour and 50 minutes. These weather forecasts here are pretty accurate. If we weren't harvesting, if we were doing literally any other kind of field work, we could work with the rain a little more flexible. And you know, when I headed out to this field, I saw the equipment that we had, and I was like, yeah, I think we can do this with our own equipment. And I saw that we have a 7.5 meter header, and I was like, well, 15 hectares, we can make that work. Yeah, that was right. Now, I did set it to 3-day months last month. We could get lucky and have another day in October, but I can't chance it, so because we won't know until it rolls over. But I did set it last month, but I don't think that's going to take effect until next month. But yeah, I can't chance waiting. This contract's going to pay well. Let's see if we can get turned around really quick here. Quick enough. Quick enough. Did I just accidentally? Yeah, I did. That is my bad on that. I saw that too. I was looking at about a couple different things at once. There we go. My bad on that. I was pressing about 4 different controls at once here, and I accidentally hired a worker. Problem fixed. I do the work myself. If there comes a time where we contract something out, then it'll be planned. Obviously, that was yeah. This is not the first time we've been working at dusk. Yeah. Big fields. Big areas like this with big fields really push you to the limit on time. They can. You need to be prepared with big equipment, and also definitely helps if you know where you're driving. Beautiful October evening. I mean, there is not a single camera angle here that does not look gorgeous. And looks like we got a turn here in a minute. I imagine we're going to be upgrading our equipment, you know, kind of like on a quicker time schedule than I originally thought we might. Which, well, I'm all one for adventure. I started this farm out not taking out any loans, but I think that might be something that we look into. We certainly have the work to pay anything back we have to borrow. But yeah, I think that's going to be something we're going to have to do. Let's get as much crop as we can on the way back here. All right, and there is another hopper of soybeans. Well, oof, yeah. Just a lot of work to get done. Well, it says the contract is 60% complete. Now, of course, always got to remember there's the difference between contract completion and how much percentage is delivered. 60% complete, though, I mean, that just means, actually, I'm not sure if that's overall or just harvested. Yeah, because, but thing is, though, there's room for, yeah, because we're doing a really efficient job, there's going to be crop left over and not accounted for. And I'd like to be able to keep that for us. I do not want to leave anything here on the field. I don't know. We're going to see how that goes. I'm just thinking in the way of time constraints, etc. Now here, I'm actually going to turn around and go back the way we came. I think it might be more efficient because that's a longer run than coming straight across. Coming straight across there, this is a longer run. So I think it's more efficient if we go back the way we came down here. Yeah, because that was almost half a hopper, so this'll, yeah, we'll be, but you know what I mean. Yeah, by the time we get back to the tractor, we will have more in our hopper. And here we can really get a good idea progress we've made. Yeah, not as much as I'd hoped for. Now in future contract work, as our farm gets bigger and such like that, and we take on bigger contracts, I foresee us having more than one harvester and, you know, subcontracting out, hiring workers of our own, especially with some of these bigger fields, like that field up north that we drove around to go to town, that big field with the lime on it up there. That field is 350 acres, and something like that is something we could possibly work on later on. I just imagine us having like 2 or 3 harvesters and hiring people of our own to get it done. Things like that could be really fun, I think. All right, here we've got, I think we got a little more in the hopper than we did. Now let's see if we can quickly get this offloaded into our tippers up here. If I can not run over the crop doing it, that would be fantastic. Yeah, there we go. A little steering wheel jockeying there, and come on. Let's have a look at what kind of capacity we're getting in these trailers here. Well, half full as of now, so we need to try to get these as, you know, full as we possibly can. All right. Well, I'm gonna get back to it here. So we had a lot of fun this time. It was I think it was a fun trip to town. It was definitely a lot more interesting just trying to navigate on my own. And you know, like what I said, there is no way in hell I'm forgetting how to get back to that town now, because I worked hard for it last time. So I promise you, I know where Bisdorf is now. Thank you guys so much for following along with me. I'm going to work as fast as I can to get this field done before it rains. Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Help us get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. It's going to be like so good to the channel. It's like so important. I can't even, yeah, it's going to be really great. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't, follow along, and for sure, tune in next time to see, do we get this done before it rains? Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next time.